How's it going, everybody? Fiery Fire here, and wanted to bring you guys this time looking at Torchlight. What am I talking about? Been so used to broadcasting Torchlight that this is Rift. This is actually the head start, the 1 week head start before the release on March 1st. So this is Rift, the newest MMO out there. It's a hybrid of all these different MMOs in the past. Obviously, World of Warcraft has a big influence, as you can see. And there's a lot of resemblances to another MMO, and I'll let you guys decide on what, depends on what you guys played. But generally, same stuff, very similar. However, this game comes out of the box refined. So Vanilla Rift is very refined. Vanilla Rift is basically where all the other MMOs should be now. So at least they're able to start where people have progressed. And this is the beginning quest, so after your starting spot, it's at a point where, I mean, the enemies are yellow, okay? You're killing Ashen Defilers, and the quest is basically on the right side if you look at it, Avenging Hand, and you gotta kill two more, so 4 out of 6 right now so far, need 2 more. On the top right, the cool part about this is that, in this case, you don't need mods and UIs and all that to see like where the mobs are, or where do you need to go find the quest. They're highlighted in yellows, and you can toggle them on and off through L, which is gonna bring up your quest. Active quest, and you can track it up to 5 at a time on the mini-map, and I get a chance to finish my quest, so I'm returning to Fane Doran, and this is going to start off with everything. I'm rolling as a rogue. I'm going to be trying the assassin method, and so assassin, rift stalker, like warping, and we'll see how that goes. So I'll keep you guys posted on everything. So with this, I'm going to be going for the dagger instead of the bow, because that's going to be my primary choice. And here are some of the following, I guess, types of talents you gotta have. Not talents, but specialties. So you get specialized. Per class you get specialized specifically what you want to do within the class. So that's pretty cool, because more diversity, more customization across the board, and that's what it's all about nowadays. Being able to customize it and personally make it your own versus, you know, playing something that's already preset for you. Because if you're gonna be spending hours in this game, in this world, you want to be, you know, be you. You don't want to be somebody else. So I'm having the opportunity just to play some right now. Got a chance to get the game early on, and I'm gonna be pressing 1. I'm hotkeying. My 1 is my strike, and I have my motivational roar, which basically allows faster movement speed across the board. My 0 hotkey 0 is like a poison and dagger, so that imbues it. My weapons add extra, I think, water damage or poison damage. I don't know, something along those lines. Still new to everything, just kind of roaming around, not even knowing what's going on at this point. You see a corrupted knight trying to run, and he decides to all of a sudden go rogue and fight me as I took out the sword. I guess he's, you know, sword means a lot to him. It's like a rat, and if you're stealing cheese, you know, the rats are gonna come after you, the rat pack. So maybe now I'm gonna look to take them imbued swords when you don't have these knights like harassing you, man. It's kind of stalkerish, you know, so kind of creepy, but it's cool, it doesn't matter. And last one, I need 1 more imbued sword, and I'm just gonna take out the corrupted knight anyway, since I have to kill 3 more. And not that hard. You're looking at them, they barely do any damage to me, you know, missing most of the time. And I see the last sword I need right in front of me. So this game is a great way to get newbies started. It's a very easy learning. So obviously, if you played it from our previous MMO, you're gonna know the basics: questing, guilds, raids, battlegrounds. And if you're a casual player, kind of like me, I don't really spend too much time. You can just go around and quest at your own time. There's guilds to help you out. A lot of friendly people, especially it's kind of in the private exclusive phase where all the... If you bought a copy, pre-ordered a copy, you have a chance to participate in this early, you know, window of opportunity to get your character ahead. Now I know there's a lot of people who've been cranking out a lot of hours, so we'll see how, like, you know, what part people discover. It's always exciting to play in a game where content hasn't been, you know, fully discovered, and every part of the map hasn't, you know, been, like, documented. There's still random things that people haven't heard about, new secrets that people need to uncover, and all that good jazz, all the excitement that brings onto the game. So, gonna bringing the quest back into this guy, Boran. I finally get my dagger, and able to choose another quest, and with this Shyla, I'm gonna be picking up, returning a quest, Knight of Adraxis, and picking up a new one possibly. So it looks like she's gonna be the main person, and here we go. Bard is, you actually play like songs and tunes, so you have curses and all that. With the marksman, obviously it's the ranger type. Blade dancer, Nightblade uses magic in terms of infusing with attacks. And Riftstalker is one of my favorites. You get to warp around, so a lot of map control. You got to get in and out of battle quickly. You can warp in and out. So that's pretty cool. So I'm aiming for a combination of Riftstalker plus Assassin. If you're a rogue, unless you're like a hunter rogue, you generally want to be able to cloak, especially for battlegrounds and all that. It's a great way to kill and neutralize people and silence them. I think with a rogue, I think with some of the choices, you can actually silence. So imagine silencing someone, popping them from behind, stunning them, and making sure they can't move in before they can even like type. They're already dead, respawning. So gonna bring fast forwarding back in. So this is kind of like the main boss for the first subsection, the first part. And so after this kind of teaches you the first rift. So this is a rift, a beginner rift, and you got to kill this guy named Vile Drake. So you got to kill the Tyrant. That's like kind of like the rift quest and everything. So you got to kill the Vile Drakes, which are the henchmen. Have a couple people, as you see in the top left. You get able to join like public groups, so that's pretty cool. So no longer are you running around solo. You can just hop onto whatever public groups available, and it's always available. You may be the only one on it if you're playing at 4 a.m. and you're like on like the smallest part of the map possible. But generally, and during prime times, there's a lot of people. This is only the starting areas. I mean, there's already 4 people. I just walked here by myself. And surprisingly, 3 others were here already waiting for me. Or not waiting for me, but waiting to activate the Tyrant. And the pretty cool part about it is, if everybody has the same quest and you guys are on the same team, it's on you. Like you get part of it. You don't have to be in the area to activate it. It's like part of your team. So obviously you can't be like across the world in an instance or something. Not an instance, like a dungeon. And I take out the Shade of Regulos. Pretty easy stuff. Obviously nobody, the game designers don't want people to die on the first try. So to get some leeway, and I have to target the corpse of the Regulos, and I'm flying high. I'm going up high. Peacing out. I am peacing out. I'm done with this area. Gonna go look at some of the screens. You have an example of what's a rift. So there's all these rifts popping around the map, and they're basically like instances, but to the public. So that's pretty cool. And you have to have at least a group of people to take them out, unless you're 50, 60 levels higher than everybody. Then it's all good. But because everybody's starting out right now, you got to be able to link up with a couple of buddies. So if you do play this game, make sure to find some people, help them out, add them as friends, join a guild, questing guilds, and it will be good. So this kind of explains the dire situation. This land is being torn apart. I don't want to spoil the lore. I haven't even read the lore, but essentially, yeah, I'll leave that up to you, because that's the best part of the game, is finding out about everything, or at least in the beginning parts. Then, as you start doing everything, you start realizing everything's kill 10. Then things stop becoming that interesting, but by that time, more content's gonna be released. Finishing that allows me to be transported to the main island. So this is like the main part of the map. Like you can see when you press M, it brings up the map, and you're able to. Let's see, where am I right now? So March of the Gedlo. I got to defend the Warstones from the Wanton forces. So I got to defeat the fire rifts that are popping up. So you're gonna be able to see all these rifts popping up throughout the map. Gonna be talking to a couple people, seeing what's going on, preparing for my next quest. Hope you guys enjoy this. Kind of wanted to frapse it and record it quickly just because it is new, and I'm gonna be uploading some more content. Until next time, FF out.